If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to the next episode of Chelsea Career Mode. We're into episode number 22 and we start today with a rather big game away at Wembley. Our first trip to Wembley Stadium so far in this career mode. Hopefully it won't be the last. Of course, it's the FA Cup semi-final. We're playing West Bromwich Albion. Norwich play Southampton in the other game. Here's your team news.
Here's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Kurt Zuma starts with Gary Cahill in central defence. Lucas starts with Andres Schürrle out wide. In attack, Loic Remy starts. He's been in tremendous form recently.
Now you'll notice it's not the strongest of lineups that I'm putting out for this one. There's no Diego Costa, no Eden Hazard, no Cesc Fabregas. It's a weaker side, and the reason for that is not only is this our first semi-final of the day, but you should be able to tell from the title, there's also a Champions League semi-final on the horizon, and it's in 3 days' time, and I want my best players to be fit for that, because that of course is going to be a more difficult tie. But West Brom draw a good save out of Thibaut Courtois there, although he is able to gobble up the rebound as it drops down to him. But we got a strong enough side out to be able to play well against West Brom. If you remember from the league game earlier on in the season, we were able to come away with a comfortable 4-0 victory. We haven't played them again yet in the Barclays Premier League. That game is yet to come. But in the only other game we've played against this side, we were able to come away with a big 4-0 win. So I was hoping for similar outcomes today. But Graham Dorrans dances into the box, draws a good save out of Courtois, but Adey somehow manages to arc his back, bend his neck round and head that into the back of the net as the rebound comes to him. It was a really good finish, impressive, but not exactly what I wanted to go into half time on the back of. So we came out into this second half kind of all guns raving, really. Absolutely flew at them. I stepped up the way I was playing at a higher tempo, switched to ultra attacking, and it immediately paid off. Just 4 minutes after the break, Loic Remy pounces on a rebound from the goalkeeper. Good shot by Schürrle from nice work on the edge of the box. We find ourselves back on level terms at 1-1, and then from then on it was really only going to go one way. We'd scored the goal, the momentum was in our favour. Ross Barkley with a great driving run, and if that shot had rifled into the top left hand corner, that would have been a wonderful goal to win an FA Cup semi-final with. But it didn't go into the top corner, unfortunately, but he was going to be involved in this move here. Good turn, good pass, and Ramirez finishes the move off. So he doesn't score the goal, Ross Barkley, but he is involved in the move and gets the assist for the second goal that gives us a 2-1 lead in the 63rd minute. And again, I wasn't letting up there, because clearly West Brom have already scored one. They can score more if they want to, but Kurt Zuma, he does really well to force Jakob wide here, and he's not the best, he's not the best of passes, Jakob, and his cross is quite loose, and fortunately for me, Loic Remy is able to ride that initial challenge, threads through Lucas on the counter-attack. No one is catching Lucas in that specific situation. He races away. It's a great finish on his left foot, just about squeezes it in off the far post. That makes it 3-1 in the 72nd minute. I didn't even have to change direction. You can see there from the replay from directly behind him, I ran in a complete straight line and then just smashed it in off the woodwork. And then we're actually going to catch him on the counter-attack again. Nice little 1-2 actually between William Carvalho and Loic Remy. He's got just about enough stamina left to get himself away, and then I slowed down just to settle myself before tidily slotting it underneath the goalkeeper into the back of the net to give us a resounding 4-1 win in an FA Cup semi-final. We will be returning to Wembley for the FA Cup final at the end of the series, and of course, as always, that game will be a live comm when we get to it. But we have the more important task at hand, the Champions League semi-final against familiar opposition, Arsenal. The first game is at Stamford Bridge, so we'll have to see how we can get on. As you can see, City and Bilbao, the other two sides. Team news.
Got 3 changes for Chelsea in this team. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Felipe Luis replaces Ricardo Rodriguez, who's looked vulnerable recently. Fabregas plays with Nemanja Matic in central midfield. Diego Costa is the lone striker today. This is the Arsenal lineup. Wojciech Szczesny starts in goal. Monreal starts with Mathieu Debuchy in the fullback positions. Theo Walcott starts with Lucas Podolski in the wide positions. Danny Welbeck is the sole striker today.
that guy Welb starting up top for Arsenal, but hopefully we were going to try and nullify the threat that he offers. Been scoring a lot of goals for them in real life. I've been quite impressed actually with the way Danny Welbeck has stepped up to the task of being played through the middle in his preferred position rather than being played out of position at Man United. But Oscar here just utilises his pace to absolutely rip away around past Per Mertesacker. He's just so slow, not only in the turn but acceleration and sprint speed as well. As everybody knows, it was so easy to get around Per Mertesacker there. That was the reason why I kind of tried to isolate him, and we get so lucky with the first save. It goes underneath the goalkeeper, the second block goes underneath the defender, and it squirms across the line eventually to give us an early 1-0 lead. But that wasn't without some scares at the other end. Just a few minutes later, Theo Walcott twisting and turning, and Jack Wilshere with a header that goes just wide, and Wilshere is really going to need to step up for Arsenal in both real life and this game. But yet again, we utilise the pace in behind Per Mertesacker. We can't get anywhere near Oscar. He's not even sprinting at full speed, the Brazilian, and he's just pulling away from the big fucking German, and there's nothing Per Mertesacker can do. Although, there is a certain Polish goalkeeper in goal who is quite good actually. I always seem to struggle whenever I play against Wojciech Szczesny on FIFA. Every single year, whether it's career mode or Ultimate Team, he always seems to make save after save against me. And Lucas Podolski draws a great save out of Thibaut Courtois there. He saved the free kick a minute ago and almost backed up over the line. That was a Podolski free kick. The second effort from Lucas, unfortunately for them, is well saved. And question there whether that's a penalty. I'm not sure whether the defender actually plays the ball or just purposefully bumps Nemanja Matic over. But Szczesny again gets down well to save the free kick from Eden Hazard. And I will be doing a tutorial on that particular free kick technique in the upcoming weeks. I haven't found the time to put it together yet, but you guys did say in the comment section of the past few videos that you would like me to put it together, so I will do. But we score a second goal there, as you can see, and again it was utilising their weak spot in defence, Per Mertesacker. I literally just ran around in a circle to get around him. It was the weirdest of techniques, but it worked, and the save from Szczesny is retarded. Look, it's right next to him and he just 2-foots the ball. That is quite bizarre. Not really too sure what was going on there, but I'll take it. We're 2-0 in front with just 10 minutes to go in the Champions League semi-final first leg. A clean sheet could be vital if we can get one, because of course away goals count and have caused a few issues in previous years with FIFA 15 or FIFA 14 rather, career modes for me. So I need to make sure I keep a clean sheet. We could have made it 3 there. Hit that first time with Diego Costa. Not really too sure why. I just felt like scoring perhaps a fancy goal. But Ramirez plays the ball over the top to Hazard, brings it down well. It's a great attempted finish, but unfortunately not quite accurate enough. Comes back off the base of the post and he can't get to the second ball. But it doesn't matter. We get a 2-0 win from the first leg, so extremely pleased to have come away from that game with the solid result. And of course it proves that the decision to make some changes for the West Brom game and save my better players for the Arsenal game was a good one. But again, we got another game against Arsenal. This time it's in the Premier League to round the episode off. You will have seen in yesterday's when I showed you the fixture list, we actually have 3 games against Arsenal in a row. 2 in the Champions League, obviously, with the double-legged semi-final tie, and then away from home at the Emirates, which is kind of a warm-up for the Champions League semi-final second leg, which will be coming in tomorrow's episode. But as you can see, we currently sit 3rd in the table, 2 games in hand on the teams above. Here's your team news.
A real reshuffle for Arsenal. Wojciech Szczesny starts in goal. Kieran Gibbs replaces Laurent Koscielny, who's injured. Mesut Ozil comes in for Santi Cazorla, who's injured. Edin Dzeko is the main striker today. We've got 3 changes for Chelsea in this team. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Ricardo Rodriguez starts with Branislav Ivanovic in the fullback positions. Ross Barkley comes in for Oscar, who's disappointed in matches recently. Didier Drogba is the main striker today.
Of course, playing Didier Drogba against Arsenal, he was renowned when during his large opening period at the club for always scoring goals against Arsenal, home or away. So I went with him again in this one, and I was hoping that we could actually come away with a positive result. Although they had the opening effort there with Mesut Ozil drilling the ball just wide of the far post. You notice again in the lineup when we're doing the commentary, 2 or 3 Arsenal players out injured. So at least FIFA is realistic in that sense. But Willian gets played in behind here. Gibbs can't keep up with him, and that's a lovely finish, just getting it away before the goalkeeper comes out to smother it, and we take a 1-0 lead in just the 6th minute. So 2 early goals in the 2 games against Arsenal. Clearly their concentration levels at the beginning of games seeming to be their undoing right now. Ramirez plays the ball into Ross Barkley. Nice little fake shot, tries a tidy little finesse, but it's just wide of the far post. Unfortunate for Ross, not able to get his first goal of this episode, although he was heavily involved in the win over West Brom, so I was hoping he could have another good performance here today, because as you saw, or heard rather, in the lineup, the commentator said that Oscar had been out of sorts, which is a little bit harsh considering he scored the opening goal in the previous game, but Ross Barkley has been very, very good since coming into the side, and he's going to pick up another assist here, setting through Willian to pick up his second goal of the game, and in the 33rd minute we have ourselves a familiar 2-0 scoreline. Now the question is, can we keep this scoreline the same way we did in the opening game? Dzeko playing a 1-2 with Arteta, drills it across. John Terry just ignores the ball when I'm hammering B to clear it, and unfortunately Alexis Sanchez is there at the back post to slide in and make it 2-1. So Arsenal clearly can score goals against me. Question was, can they score more than one and get themselves back in this game and prove to me that they're going to be a rough test in the second game in the Champions League? But Dzeko gets through here. Courtois, a wonderful one-handed save, again proving the difference between us conceding a goal and us maintaining our lead. He's been coming on leaps and bounds the past few episodes. He's not gone up in rating, but his individual stats on his physical side have been going up, so inadvertently things like reflexes and strength etc. have gone up, despite his actual goalkeeping stats not improving. But it's only a matter of time surely before Thibault actually rises from 86 towards the highest of 80 ratings, maybe even the low 90s, because he's just quite possibly the second best goalkeeper in the world, because of course Manuel Neuer is a little bit good, but Courtois I can feel him getting better and better, despite still being terrible at defending. He's really improved, and I feel like he makes even more important saves for me than he did at the beginning of the series. So really pleased that he was making save after save again for me in this game, because we were able to come away with all 3 points in the Barclays Premier League to go along with the 2-0 win we got in the Champions League. And as you can see, Southampton win on penalties against Norwich, so the FA Cup final will be Southampton against Chelsea. But we're not really too fussed about the FA Cup right now. We've got to concentrate on the Barclays Premier League. We've got 2 games in hand. We can actually go within a point of Spurs should we win those 2 games. They've slipped up. We thought they might. As you can see, City is sat right behind them, but if we win our 2 games in hand, we'll go above City on goal difference and only be a singular point behind Spurs with 4 games to go. So it is all up for grabs at the top of the Barclays Premier League again. We're also through to the final of the FA Cup, and we've got the advantage in the Champions League semi-finals as well. So it's all looking good for us right now, but that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There will be an Atletico Madrid Career Mode Series episode coming to, of course, later on tonight. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Links will be in the description down below, along with a link to subscribe and a link, or various links, to g2a.com as you saw in the intro. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.